and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Vols will put total leather and we'll get started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Garcia. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he has a solid gain before the defense models him up.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up a big game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And the Volunteers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. Yeah. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Card in the backfield. It's Peoples. At the 35, he's got room. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Pressure coming. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's St. Clair. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fit it in the window for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
He'll take a shot. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponents in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought